Hi everyone, our journal page today, and I'm going to start by making two painty papers that will be my background. I've shown this technique before with deli paper and stencil. Today I'm going to use this. This is Bristol paper and it's 140 gram for a sheet of paper. You can use also printer paper. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to use for your background. So I'm laying this here today. Instead of stencil, I'm going to use, I've got some silicone trivets and I'm going to use them here. Let's see, just laying them like so, and I'm going to take some of my homemade homemade sprays. They are made from gel food coloring, few drops with water in a spray bottle, and that's it. So I'm going for mostly greens, and I'm just spraying around. I've got a dark green, I've got turquoise, and I'm putting it quite randomly. This is a olive green, and let's see, I also have a green leaf and neon green. I'm just playing with the colors, it really doesn't matter. And of course, if you want, you can do other colors. And just a little bit, I'm not even going to spray, I'm taking a orange and I'm just doing a little bit of splatter. And again, this is quite random, like this. And I feel like I need just a little bit more spray here, and don't be afraid to play with it. So we are not finished. This is a one painty paper. Now I'm placing the other one on top like this and smoothing it, and because it's not deli paper or printer paper, it's a little bit thicker, I'm just going over so the spray will soak into the paper like this. So lifting it, I've got a nice print, and this will be more paint and less white. This, as you can see, is more white and less paint, but I really like the pattern, and the whole point of making these two papers is that I have the same elements repeating but a mirror image of each other. And now I'm just flipping my page, and as you can see, I still have spray on my trivets. So I'm just going to lay this and soak more into it. Like this. And it didn't pick a lot. Again, this is more thicker paper, so it takes more time to soak in. Here we go. Let's pick just a little bit more. Yeah. So now I've got this one, and lifting it, I've got this, and these two are going to make my background. I'm moving them aside so they will dry. And just so you can see, this one was made something similar on deli paper. Now deli paper is different thing in different countries. Here deli paper is sandwich paper or sandwich wrap, because here deli paper is waxed on both sides and it doesn't you can't do anything with it craft wise. And just so you will see what I was talking about, and using a stencil, let's see, this is a yellow printer paper. Let's see if I have white. Yeah, let's go wild and I'll just show you how you can do it. You don't need to have this kind of trivet. Choose any stencil that you like, and again play around. Of course it's better if you have details on all over. I just pick what I had here, really, just so I can demonstrate. Again, quite random. Putting this on top. Now this will work better because it's printer paper, it's less than the Bristol, and as you can see it's already soaking. Here we go. One like this, almost like almost like a jelly printing. So here we go. I love these two. I love them. I'm going to use them for something else, of course. So moving this aside, I'm going to wait for my two painty papers to dry, and then we'll start making our art journal page. I'll be back. I'm back. So last minute change of heart, I decided to use the deli paper that I made and not the ones on the Bristol paper, maybe because this is has more interest to it, and I'm just putting them like this, one on top of the other, and yeah, I'm going to tear them apart. Oh dear Lord. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Bear with me. Okay, so this goes here, and this will go here, and basically this is the start of my background, and this will be for another project. So now I'm just going to glue them down with some white glue, nothing to it. And I'm working in, this is a sketchbook. I find that I can work fine with it, although it's not the preferable paper for art journaling, but seems to work for me. So first, let's see, just putting this here. I will trim the excess later. Don't care if I have wrinkles, it just adds to the whole thing. And I'm also going with the glue on top, just, I don't know, to seal everything, to make to make sure everything stays in place. I don't know, maybe it's just a habit of mine when I'm gluing paper. Okay, so now the other piece, and just putting down, let's see, where I want it to go. I think like here. I'll just, yeah, and again on top. Lots and lots of wrinkles. I'm already loving this background. Lots of interest, and still you have elements that are reappearing and creating a pattern. So this needs to be completely dry before I attempt anything, so I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and this is dry. I want to stamp first. This is just handwritten script. I'm using Momento Tuxedo Black permanent ink, and very gently. It doesn't need to be very prominent on the page. It's just adding details, and I always love some text in the background. So finished with this and moving on. Now first, when I thought about making this page, I thought about some kind of vine branch, and you can do this, and I was looking for a stencil that I would like with this, and as I was going through the stencil, I decided that no, I want this one. And let's see if I want it like this or like this. I think like this. Okay, so I'm going to use this stencil. Let's see that everything fits, at least the larger butterfly. And first I want to start with the branches, with all the leaves. I'm going to use this distress ink, Tim Holtz pine needles, and I'm thinking of maybe a strange combination, but I'm thinking of doing it with seedless preserve. We'll see. I'm starting with this and just going like so, only where the leaves are. Yeah, it shows. When you are doing it, it seems like nothing happening, but when you lift it, then you can see what's going on. And sometimes if you feel that it's not strong enough, just keep repeating. So I'm doing this, and I'm thinking of introducing the purple at the edges. Right now I'm just using the green, and here at the edge I'm switching to the purple, and it seems I don't have enough. Let's see. Yeah, just to give it a little bit more interest. Anytime I'm using a stencil, I like to switch colors, and it doesn't matter if I'm using this or an acrylic paint. I think it looks better this way and less flat. So I'm with the green again, and now I'm switching to the purple, and I'm also letting them mix a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do with the leaves, and I'm gonna finish this and I'll be back to make the butterflies, because the butterflies I want to do with an acrylic paint. I'm back. So I want to do the butterflies from the stencil, and when I have a busy background with lots of colors, I prefer to put first some gesso, so whatever I'm putting color on top will pop up and be more intense. So I'm just taking some gesso on this sponge. I'm tapping it so I won't have spillage underneath, and just making this, and I'm trying not to go over the leaves, but I can fix it later if I went over. So just tapping where my butterfly is. I think the antennas I'll just do later with something that will give me more accuracy, some kind of marker. We'll see. I'm more doing now the body and the wings of the butterfly. Little details can be always added or fixed later. And just one more. Okay, I think I can already start coloring here. Now I've got yellow, I've got orange, and a little bit of magenta. I'm starting with a little bit of the magenta here, although I'm planning of covering the body of the butterfly with either brown or black. It's just easier for me now to lay down this magenta here without concerning myself that it's going on the body. And moving to the orange, I'm overlapping where the magenta is, and it just mixes and it's blending nicely. And just for the end, a little bit of the yellow. Again, just so it won't look flat and it will be more interesting. Yeah. So next, same thing, starting with the magenta. I'm not even cleaning my sponge, just everything mixes and blends. Maybe now I'll just do something like that. So I just done now the same thing and let everything blend. And for this small butterfly, I think I'll just do like this. Doesn't need the magenta. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry before I continue for the other details that I want to add. I'll be back. I'm back. So I went over the body and the antennas with black permanent marker. I decided that I want to add some more interest to the wings, so I'm just going back and putting my stencil back in place, and I'm just taking this stamp. You can pick whatever you feel like. I thought first to do each section with different texture, like dots, some script, and then I figured I'm too lazy. So I'm just going to stamp this and call it a day. It just so there will be interest on it, like so. It really doesn't matter what goes on. I'm not trying to make it symmetrical or anything. You can pick whatever you like. Squares, dots, waves, cracks, all can be also interesting. Needs a little bit more here, and it moves, never mind. Okay, last one. Yeah, now I like it. So this is finished. I used archival ink by Ranger, and now I just want my the wings to be just a little with shadow or more definition. I don't know if this will work. I've taken a red permanent marker and I'm just going a little bit underneath each wing. Now I think I need something darker. Let's see. Okay, so I'm taking this brush marker. This is by Winsor & Newton, and let's see. Yeah, more noticeable and goes with the rest of the colors I've got here. Okay, so now here you can also add details to the wings with just markers. It doesn't have to be with stamping. Yeah, and I just want just a little bit more definition to the branches here, and let's see if I have something similar in color. Maybe this one. This is just regular felt pen. Yeah, I can work with it. Stenciling is great, but sometimes you just need to help it and add details or more definition where you think it's needed. It's not set in stone. If you feel you need something more, just add. Yeah, so basically this is it. That's my page. Quite a simple one, I think, but I really love all the details I've got here. So thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.